can you still live a normal life with existential OCD? So I've had general OCD like most of my life now I've had it severely since age 12, but I've had symptoms of OCD since I was as young as 7 to 8 years old. Um, can you live a normal life with OCD? Now, this isn't like something concrete, and this is more experience based, but honestly, I'll say yes, but it depends really. Yes, you can experience life normally as long as you're distracted, but as soon as that distraction lifts, then no, everything just kind of becomes like weird again. And I don't have really experience with many medications or any of that, so I don't really know how that would affect people. But in my experience, um, when my OCD theme turns to existence, it can be quite, quite brutal. And I mean brutal as in like I feel like I'm just kind of losing my mind for a bit. But I have things that can kind of ground me. And when I get grounded, I snap back into. Sorry, I can't even fucking snap. I don't even know how I try to do that. I don't know how to snap. But anyway, I can just go back into reality, and it pretty much seems as if life didn't happen. When I'm in an existential OCD spiral, the idea of snapping back into real life just seems like something that shouldn't like happen, you know? Like to me it seems like, oh, it's just me becoming an NPC, becoming a robot. Like when I'm feeling like in an existential like mood or OCD period, I feel like oh, like this is the way to think. Like I just can't stop thinking like this. Like it's very uncomfortable, but I just have to keep thinking like this unless I'm an NPC. When I'm not in this period, I still find that I have the ability to think about it when it comes up, but I kind of am more relaxed about it. I don't let it bother me too much. Um, so the things that I do to kind of ground myself are just things as simple as hanging out with friends. Like I have friends from work that I do stuff with. We go on drives. We explore scenic places. We go hiking. I travel to different cities to see my other friends. And while I'm doing this, most of these thoughts and ideas are able to go away. When I'm really in a spiral, sometimes they don't go away, and sometimes I have this weird feeling of depersonalization, even when I'm technically supposed to be in the moment. But this is only when it's really bad. When I'm only having it a little bit, I'm able to snap out of it easier. Um, the biggest thing that kind of snaps me out is my car. I About a half of a year ago, I bought myself a brand new Mustang. And honestly, like that thing just every time I see it, it just brings me so much happiness, and it just makes me think, you know what? It doesn't even matter. Like this thing just makes me feel so grounded, and just driving that thing around, and yeah, I don't know. It just that's something that definitely snaps me back in the present moment. But the thing is that I notice, for instance, is that sometimes when I get after work, or get off of work, because work even can be pretty fun, and I'm able to distract myself from the OCD um, during work. But then when I get home, I realize I'm alone, and I start having all these thoughts again, and I'm like, what the fuck? And then usually I go straight to ChatGPT, and people say that ChatGPT is a compulsion, and honestly, like as much as I do not recommend using ChatGPT, because just heard that it can feed compulsory, if that's even a word, behaviors in people with OCD. Um, I find that it actually kind of helps me because the themes of existential OCD that I have is able to not solve the question, but help me think about it in a different way to prevent like as much fear and anxiety over those questions as I would have had if I didn't have ChatGPT. So, as I get older, as my brain gets more developed, prefrontal cortex, yada yada, mind you, I'm 22 years old now. But I've had existential OCD and depersonalization periods dating as back as 12 years old, and I've had existential thoughts pop up in my mind since I was way younger, probably about 8 or 9 years old. However, when I was getting my first existential OCD thoughts when I was 12 and 14, I was still grounded in religion. So, as much as I thought how existence is weird, all of that, at least I still had my religion to kind of comfort me and gave me a feeling as if even if I cannot comprehend um, like what this is, maybe I just don't have the ability to comprehend it, and it's all taken care of within my religion. Now, sometimes I can feel like that in a way because it's like, oh, maybe there is some metaphysical or other dimensional stuff going on, which is a reason as to why we're here. But maybe it's just uncomprehendable to my mind. But then I get back to baseline questions like, there has to be like some reason, like even if it's incomprehensible, there has to be some way it can be explained. And honestly, a lot of the explanations that are given by people who claim to know like truth, I don't really like want to resonate with those truths. And honestly, sometimes I feel like that any possible outcome is just something that I wouldn't want to happen. Like any beliefs, like any like literally any beliefs, I get kind of scared of because there's not one belief that I would actually like want to come true because I deal with concepts like eternity, infinity, all that kind of stuff, and my brain can't really grasp it too well. So I just get kind of scared, and sometimes this alone makes me spiral. And when I spiral, I it's probably like one of the worst feelings you can experience because it just feels like you're not in control. Um, it can even feel as bad if you're about to die without actually physical symptoms happening. It's like all in your head. So this was more of my experience with the existential OCD. And if you're wondering, like, um, can I live a normal life? Yes, I can live somewhat of a normal life, but I do have inevitable periods where the OCD takes over, and it's just not this. It's not just this theme. Like every theme I've had my whole life, the theme would take over from time to time. In your case, it might be different with therapy or medications. I have my own personal reasons why I currently do not take medications. I currently do not go to therapy. I just kind of wing it as it goes. I try to live a healthy lifestyle and just distract myself, but sometimes it does not really work out uh, like I want it to. But anyways, that's kind of all I have for today. Thanks for watching. If anyone has had anything related to OCD or relates to anything that I just said in the video, please feel free to comment. I love to get back. I love to get in touch with you and discuss my ideas with you if you want to. So, thank you.